Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 Manager 2023, where we are Team Haas and we're diving into the British Grand Prix. And it's an interesting one. It's nearly at the halfway point of the season. In fact, it is halfway point of the season. This is round 11 of 22, so exactly halfway. We find ourselves in 5th above Alpine still, which is very, very good, but drifting away from Mercedes. And we've got some contemplation to do. Now, in real life, Haas have announced that they're going to keep K-Mag and Nico Hülkenberg for another season as the driving partnership. But as we've seen, Nico Hülkenberg's control every so often just completely drops off a cliff, and I don't know why. So I'm wondering if he is the person that we replace. Now, I'd love to get him a podium. He is 35. Kevin Magnussen is 30. They are both getting on the older side of their career as Formula One drivers. It's going to be interesting to see what we do, because if we go and have a look, so K-Mag has 1 year left on his contract, so does Nico. Fittipaldi has 6 months. So technically these guys both have next season on their contracts as well. So we could give them another season, save the money from not going and hiring another driver, potentially replace Pietro Fittipaldi with another driver is our backup. He's 27, so he's not young and he's not brilliant. There's lots of options out here in terms of young drivers in F2 and F3, and you can see everything that's going on. So if we search by overall rating, you can see not interested, not interested, not interested. Most people will be not interested. We are actually on a race weekend as well, which will be playing into people's thoughts. So maybe we should come back and have another look some other time. Now, Théo Pourchaire, one of the best young drivers in the world, currently in F2, doing very well. He would be an obvious one. And he's not too, look at that, he's only 3 overall points away from Nico and 4 off K-Mag, and he's 19. So this is showing you like the youngsters that are around that you could potentially hire to bring in and grow, and they would be eventually better than Nico and K-Mag. So there's lots out there. There's lots of things we can look at, lots of things we can consider. We've also then got to look at our staff as well. Technical chief has 6 months. Head of aerodynamics has 1 year. Gary Cannon has 6 months. Mark Slade has 6 months. Our sporting director has 3 years because he's relatively new. But yeah, plenty to contemplate. But we are going into Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. So let's get this on. We'll get 1 driver into Q3. We'll get 2 drivers into Q2. I think that's pretty acceptable. We probably won't get the fastest lap, but we will say we'll get 1 driver in the top 10. I think we've been pretty consistent with that, and we've got our finishing and qualifying position streaks as well. Now, we have no money. We have $442,000 left in our account. We have been manically buying and building new things for the car. So we've got the front wing version 3 is now on both cars. The underfloor version 3 is on both cars. I don't think there's anything else that was newly built. No, we've still got that. We've got 2 there, and suspension. Aha, number 3. Can we put that on both cars? No, we can't. There's only 1 copy of this part. Okay, and he's only on S1 as well. If we very quickly look at car park development, manufacture. Oh, we're full of manufacturing, so we're doing the new front wings and the side pods as well. So, okay, nothing there. Research for next year is happening, and we got a new chassis being designed as well. It's all go here at Haas. It's all go. Right, let's get into the race weekend. I'll go and do practice, and we'll be back for qualifying. Okay, practice done. We're in a good position, actually. Car part knowledge 99% for K-Mag because of the new ones we got on the car. 96 for Nico. 97% satisfaction for K-Mag. 95 for Nico. Track acclimatization looking pretty good as well. So driver prep 93 and 95% means we're going to be up just under very high for both drivers, which is a very good position to be in before qualifying. And I'm looking forward to this one. We didn't do brilliantly in practice. We got top 10 once, and there is heavy rain for qualifying as well, which is going to cause issues. You just know, don't you? You just know it's going to cause issues, whether that's spins and crashes in qualifying, bringing out yellow flags and red flags. So I think the order of the day is trying to set times quickly and avoiding all of these incidents that we think are going to be coming. Now, our car parts are a little bit all over the place as well. That is going to cause issues later on in the season. but I feel like we don't have to worry about that just yet. So yeah, we're in a good position there. It's saying soft at the moment, so I think because it's due to be heavy rain, we're going to start with 2 flying laps and no cooldown, and just let them do a manual one, hopefully before the rain comes. But we'll have to have a look when we get in about what the weather's going to do. So we are into the session. We'll press stop. 45% chance of rain over the track. In fact, yeah, okay, so we need to get going. Send Hulkenberg out. We will give it a little bit of time, and then we'll send K-Mag out. Yeah, everyone's out, so we're going out first. We've just got to hope that everybody, well, that we beat the rain, and then it starts raining. So it's all clear at the moment as we're going to be starting our first flying laps here. Nico getting all the clean air, and then obviously we're doing another flying lap to see if we can improve, as the rain is now coming down. So we're not going to improve on our first laps, but we're in the top 15. So that is exactly what we needed. And that's all we needed,
press in button, press
to be honest, which is good. So Magnussen's 7th. Nico has Hamilton. Why is everyone going out? What? I mean, if you're going to go out again, you go out at the end. But I don't think anyone's going to improve. So we're going to go fly through and see if we get through to Q2. Okay, so we've come back at the end. There's 3 minutes to go, and the track condition has changed to dry. So there's no harm in going out again with 1 flying lap. We'll just get that set up. We'll do the same. Go on the same set of tyres. 1 flying lap. Just to get a bit more knowledge in the car, I guess. We'll send out and send out. And we should get around enough time to at least get 1 more lap in. So, and worst comes to worst, we'll hold some other people up. So let's see how it goes. Because this is just to get our track acclimatisation, parts acclimatisation, parts knowledge and stuff like that. As you can see, it looks like we're going to be safely through into Q2. Lovely. So both drivers through to Q2. Intermediates are the call of the day right now. So I think we're going to do 2 flying laps. We're going to do 3 flying laps and cool down laps. And we're going to do this manually if we're going to be on intermediates. I think, again, we can change this once we get in and see how long this is going to be. So let's start Q2, and again, as soon as we're in, pause it, have a quick look at the weather. What's the weather going to do? Oh, it's going to drop off at the end. Okay, so we're not going to do this then. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do 2 flying laps and no cooldown on inters, 2 flying laps and no cooldown on inters, just to set some bankers. That's all we need. That's all we need that to do, to be honest. So let's send out K-Mag and then send out Nico as well. This is just to get some banker laps in. There's more rain coming, but if we can get these in before we need wet weather tyres, then we'll be fine, as K-Mag starts his quick flying lap, currently in 7th. What can he do here? He'll go top, obviously, but it's going to be 3rd. Yeah, Nico's dropping down. Nico's not the best in the wet. So P9 at the moment, P9. As everybody else will come in. This is now our in lap.
Please, mode in.
And now we prep the car ready for...
Okay, you're currently
I think this is where we then prep the cars for the dry weather, which will be coming pretty soon. So again, I think we go 2 flying laps, soft tyres, confirm, and 2 flying laps, soft tyres. Now the game has been patched. This is the first time I'm playing the game since the patch has come out, so it'll be interesting to see if they've made any changes that make a difference. I know they should have done, but we'll keep an eye on it. Right, the rain is drying. There we go. So it is now a dry track, and we're going to get everybody out in all this mess of traffic. We've got people on softs, Verstappen on inters. He's not going to enjoy that. But yeah, we'll see how this goes, because Magnussen is now going to start his flying lap. We've not done any manual stuff in this one because there just hasn't been time. So K-Mag hopefully gets... Okay, overtook both of those in the long straight, and he's going to get to do his 2nd flying lap as well, as is Nico. So both drivers jumping up into the top 10 at the moment. And those bottom 5 are out. We're through. Both drivers are through to Q2. Let's just see where we can go. It is going to be 4th and 8th in Q3. So lovely. Come on, Haas. And Q3, they're saying the weather is going to be nice to start with. So I think we stick with the 2 flying lap strategy. And again, have a look as soon as we get in. Stop. Have a look. Track details. Yeah, it's getting wet at the end. So let's... I'm going to take a risk with Nico. We're going to let K-Mag do his strategy. But we're going to warm Nico up manually here. So let's just let Nico's reconfiguring happen. We're going to send him out first. And then we're going to send out K-Mag after the next one comes out. And then we'll manually control Nico. Got a little... This is going to be... It's going to be interesting to manage this time-wise. So he's going across there. So light now. Up to light to get that confidence up by setting fastest sectors. So he's only got... This says 1 minute until rain's coming. Are we really that close to rain? We are really that close to rain. Attack. Push. Deploy. I'm hoping it's got his confidence up. It's up very high, so yeah, I hope we're in a good position because he's going to accelerate around this corner. And if he can get this in just before the rain comes, the rain's starting. So K-Mag didn't even put in a good time. So Nico, yeah, not very good. 10th, down in 10th. K-Mag does put in a good time. Wasn't the best.
Lap time looks pretty competitive.
Cool car in. There's no point in keeping Nico out there. So there we go. Everybody in. I assume it's it's wet till the end. So there's no point in going out again. It's going to be K-Mag in 6th, Hulkenberg in 10th. I don't mind that. Both drivers in the top 10. Good positions to start. Okay, so rainy, soggy qualifying done. We come into strategy time. Now we know we love to do a little bit. A little outrageous strategy, I think is what we call it. We do enjoy trying to push the limits of what we can do here in Haas. That's saying that's 6 seconds quicker than what it was. A 1:19.25, 1:19. Oh yes, they've changed it now, so it says the difference compared to what strategy you've actually already put on. So at the moment, that strategy is looking the quickest, but I don't know if you can push. If you push the mediums and get on the hards earlier, no. So that is still quickest. Soft, hard, soft. And then I'm just wondering if you went medium, hard, soft, push, get on the hards around there, push the softs if we can. Like, so that's 1 second quicker. Push those hards. Okay, so that's 6 seconds quicker. Okay, so that's lap 19 and lap 39. Lap 15 and 38. So there wouldn't be a clash. Right, that's what we're going to try. And we're going to get them off the start line pretty quickly. And we are going to underfuel the car a little bit because I think Silverstone generally does have a safe. It's such a fast track. There's always going to be incidents. One little thing to check. Yeah, no rain at all is predicted. Let's get into the British Grand Prix. Right, here we are then. Britain, Silverstone, bright sunny day after a wet qualifying. A little bit of mix of strategies in there, it seems. And we're away. We are away. We are off. And Magnussen's lost the place to Stroll already, which is great. He's sort of fighting there. Hulkenberg's up to 8th, but he's tussling with Gasly. And yeah, I mean, this early stint, I'm not too sure what we're going to really learn from it. But as long as we all get round the first couple of corners and we get out of all of the danger, that is fine with me. So at the front is Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Stroll, Alonso. Verstappen starting all the way down in 15th is interesting. What's he gone for? He's gone soft. So he wants to make up numbers. We've got a yellow flag early on. Somebody spun on one of the first corners. It's whoever's at the back here. It's Yuki Tsunoda, who is one of the drivers on my radar to try and bring into the team, but not if he's going to be causing issues like this, just on the pedal too quickly. And wow, a lot of people did very, very well to dive out of the way of that. So yellow flag on lap 1. Let's see how the rest of the race unfolds. Okay, still on lap 1, and we've got another yellow flag because Oscar Piastri has had a bit of an incident. Coming down the straight, he's looking to make a move on the two Alpines. Gets a bit too close. They both go off track. Yeah, that looked like Oscar Piastri's fault, but it's given a penalty to Ocon. Maybe he just closed the gap a little bit, but no safety cars or anything. But Magnussen riding 6th, Hulkenberg up to 8th. So both drivers doing well. Good start. Okay, so just past lap 10, we're on lap 11 now. K-Mag's doing a good job. He's in this sort of battle with Lewis Hamilton, and Hulkenberg was in a battle with Russell, but has just dropped him off the pace a little bit. But yeah, the front, Leclerc's well out in front, and then Perez, Sainz, Alonso and Stroll are in a whole pack of their own that we just can't catch up. So it's going to come down to pit strategies and stuff now. In terms of tyre wear, we're sort of on line for where we want to be. We may be able to eke these tyres out a little bit longer or push them a bit harder. But we're not in a bad spot. 6th and 8th. As I said, Hulkenberg's got a bit of freedom in front and behind. Magnussen is in this battle with Hamilton. They keep sort of switching positions. But Hamilton's on the mediums and is running a different strategy to us. So it will be interesting to see how K-Mag does strategy-wise. Oh, we've got a yellow flag, and it's because Nico Hulkenberg has crashed. He's been given the penalty.
It was George Russell.
George Russell going round up the inside. You see Verstappen coming in the pits, and it... I don't think there's much in that. I don't think there's much in that. Nico, I think, has been unfortunate to be given a penalty there. We'll get K-Mag onto the hard tyres this lap. But, yeah, Nico... I do feel like he's been hard done by. He's still in the points at the moment. He's got no damage. So, we just leave him out and see what he can do, to be honest. As you can see, though, here he is. All on his own. Gasly has caught him up. Russell, I think a 5-second penalty is a bit harsh for that. I don't think it was anything meaningful. I think it was a racing incident, but that's how it goes really at times, isn't it? As Magnussen is trying to fend off Lewis Hamilton with the DRS behind him, and he's doing a good job at the moment. I think Magnussen's probably our hope for points. I mean, Hulkenberg, even with his penalty, will still come out in front of Norris, so it's not too bad. We might think about pitting him relatively soon and getting that 5-second penalty done, but yeah, let's wait and see. Okay, K-Mag into the pits then. He is on the earlier pitting strategy for this one. Hulkenberg still staying in front of Gasly and still with a 10-second gap towards Lando Norris behind him, so in plenty of space there as K-Mag is in right to the end, and he's going to go on to those hard tyres. He did well with the softs, to be fair. He did drag them out quite a while and do it tight, and we're hoping it would come out in a bit more free air, so if he can come out in between Albon and Norris, that would be lovely. And there goes Alex Albon, so he's not going to be in completely free air. Whoa, there's Ocon as well, but he settles in between Ocon and Sargent after his pit stop. And Nico Hulkenberg's not giving up the ghost on Russell either. He's caught him up a little bit, so doing a decent job, Nico. Just keep going, son. Keep going. Okay, Nico coming into the pits then. 5-second time penalty. It's going to be an interesting one. So it's a 10. Is it a 10-second time penalty? It's a 10-second time penalty you got for that. That is absolute disgrace. Absolutely, that is shocking. That is shocking. He's going to come out ahead of Nick De Vries though in 15th, and yeah, his stop is done. And there's a huge mix of strategies going on here. So Ocon needs to pit. Verstappen has gone soft to try and climb the order. So Norris, Gasly, Russell all still need to pit. Alonso's come in for a pair of softs off his mediums. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens here. But yeah, we're committed to it. Let's see what happens. You can see the interval. Hulkenberg's got 10 seconds to make up on Sargent. He's 5 seconds behind Albon. Magnussen is on the back of Esteban Ocon, who hasn't pitted and still has a time penalty to serve. And then we need to try and catch up to Max Verstappen, who is proving to be very quick on 2 sets of soft tyres, as to be expected. Right, Nico, we're actually going to get him to gusto his way around as quick as he can. Okay, so a lot of those people that were around K-Mag are now coming into pit. As you can see, 11th, 12th and 13th with Russell, Ocon and Albon. Norris still hasn't pitted, 38%. Gasly's still out there. Verstappen is on his second set. And the front three all haven't pitted either. So it's an interesting position. Hulkenberg back up to 12th with his pit stop. He should jump Lando Norris when he pits as well. So yeah, this is going to be a really interesting race. It's very hard to see where this is going to happen, as Albon has a pit stop issue, we're told. But yeah, Norris not pitted. Gasly, the front three, as I said, as Albon's still in the pits waiting. But maybe Norris is trying to do a one-stopper. I can't see how that would be quicker, but good luck good luck to him, I guess. Okay, everybody sort of pitting now. So Stroll, Sainz, they've all pitted. Gasly, Norris in as well. The interesting thing is Nico going to catch them? They're only just starting to... Well, Norris hasn't even got his tyres on. He's going on to the hard tyres as well. Gasly is leaving the pit lane, but Nico should get past both of them and back up into the points. And hopefully that means we've picked a good strategy for this, I'm hoping. As, yeah, there goes Nico back up into the points. So Magnussen running 8th, Nico in 10th. Not doing too bad at the moment as we are halfway through the Grand Prix exactly. So we've got a yellow flag with Guan Yu Zhou taking a spin. I think this is the corner just before the DRS zone. No, it's not. It's a little bit further behind us, I think. But I really did a big mistake, says Guan Yu Zhou. Yes, you did. He's been done dirty in the game. He's so underrated. It's unbelievable. Nico has lost out to Gasly, who's accelerated away from him on fresh tyres. Magnussen still has a huge gap to Russell behind him and can't catch up Verstappen. So Magnussen sort of in no man's land. Hulkenberg, yeah, lagging behind Gasly. But 11th is decent. I think we need the car to be faster. I think Gasly's... My Alpine save, by the way, I did really well with Gasly and Ocon. I got them... fourth in the Constructors in the first year, so they are two very, very good drivers in the game, but we'll have to see how this is going. So Nico isn't too far. He's doing well, actually. His tyres could probably be pushed a little bit harder, as could K-Mags, but we'll keep an eye on them for now. Both drivers doing a good job at the moment, as Verstappen pits again. Now surely he is going on to hard tyres from 2 sets of softs. Surely he is going on to hard tyres to try and see this one out. Mediums, he's doing soft, medium. Wow, okay, I think he had a little issue there on the back right as well, because he's been held for a while, but Magnussen does pass him. And he's going to get quite far in front of him, actually, so that's worked out quite good for us. So with 12 laps to go, we're bringing K-Mag in for his final pit stop. As Nico Hulkenberg gets overtaken by Ocon. He needs to just keep trying. But yeah, I think K-Mag ending on soft tyres could be very good. If we can come out just behind Lewis Hamilton, who has already pitted for his softs, then we're going to be in a good position here towards the end. Norris's one stop don't think is working out for him that well, but if we can have a good stop here, chaps, that would be wonderful. As front tyre goes on, it's a good stop of 2.4. That's good for us in Haas right now, and we're going to be in clear air. Does that mean we're going to come out in front of Gasly? No. And it's Nico's pit as well, who's going to be going on to the softs. So we'll confirm him there as well, as K-Mag is out in front of Ocon. He's going to be chasing Gasly. I was hoping for Hamilton. We're well away from Hamilton, but yeah, we should be in a pretty good position to attack from here at some point. So how far are we off Esteban Ocon? Not very far. He's on... Gasly, sorry. He's on used hards, as is Russell. There's a yellow flag. Is a safety car. Wow. Okay. That is hugely going to benefit Kevin Magnussen, who has just pitted for new tyres. Did Nico get his on? No, he's already coming in, so that's going to suit him as well. Right. Okay. Okay.
Cover that.
Yeah, cancel pit stop. So you have been set to already come in and pit. So we'll confirm that. The safety car's coming out. Stroll and Sainz come into pit. It probably does mean that Ocon, Gasly and Russell will come in. But our tyres are brand new, so I'm hoping that we can jump these people as they go into the pit lane. It'll be interesting. Let's catch up the safety car and then we'll come back. Okay, so Nico is coming in and a lot of people have come into pit, which is wonderful for K-Mag, because K-Mag is now going to be on fresh tyres, chasing down Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton and those in front. The ones behind will have fresh tyres as well, but we're going to be in a decent position here. Now if we get a good change here, it is a good change. We'll come out just behind Esteban Ocon. Nico, okay, there's going to be a fresh tyre run here, as the safety car just looked like it was just about to pull out on someone then. But yeah, okay, I think that's worked out very well for Kevin Magnussen. I'm excited. Okay, everyone's caught up the safety car. Now the lap cars are going to just quickly unlap themselves, which puts us all in correct order. Yeah, 10 laps to go. It's an interesting one. We have fresh tyres compared to Verstappen and faster tyres. Safety car is ending. And we've
So the
got
safety car is in this lap.
loads that we can push on as
Just get
well.
ready for the safety car restart.
So I'm hoping that we can get a good run at Verstappen here. At the moment, Hulkenberg in 12th, Magnussen in 8th. Hulkenberg pitted and the other cars around him pitted as well. We're on board with K-Mag at the moment. You can just see the two cars in front of Verstappen warming up their tyres. And we're going to be coming around. Safety cars pulled in. These people have been left adrift at the back after trying to unlap themselves. So they're just going to be lapped again, basically. But so here we go. We're away. It's Leclerc leading it from Alonso as we're going to come in to the first corner in just a sec. And this is it. We're going to come flying around this corner. Leclerc's got everybody moving pretty quick. I mean, Leclerc should storm away on 92% soft tyres. And K-Mag is having a look at Verstappen into the first corner. Can't quite get it done. He's going to sit in the slipstream of the Dutchman and see what he can do. Now, this is about us managing our tyre performance to get to the end. But there's only 8 laps to go. And if we can make something happen, this would be wonderful, especially if we can overtake a world champion like Max Verstappen in our little Haas. And we're trying to give it a go, but the speed of that Red Bull is just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, that Red Bull. Nico Hulkenberg will jump on board with him for a little bit as he's chasing down both Alpines who have also put on fresh tyres. It could be the fact that we're just stuck in this queue for the rest of the race because everyone's going to be running similar. These guys all got fresh tyres. Magnussen has the similar sort of tyres in front of them as well. It just depends how brave the drivers can be. So we'll come back towards the end and see how we get on. Magnussen has overtaken Max Verstappen. Those soft tyres coming into it with the DRS. Gets down the inside of him. And can you believe it? A Haas overtaking a Red Bull. I'm not too sure how long we'll keep it for because Max Verstappen has the inside there. But K-Mag is in front on his tyres. Nico is in the points. Gasly had a spin which really messed up his race. 52% tyres he's gone down to from like 80. Ocon is not far behind, but both drivers doing really well. Both drivers into the points. Both drivers ahead of both Alpine drivers, which is really crucial. 6 laps to go. K-Mag might not be done yet. He is chasing down Lewis Hamilton here. I think both of their tyres are going to have enough to get to the end. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton is right there. Let's give K-Mag a bit of a boost. Tell him to get into deploy mode and get this one done.
So it's a mode push now.
And see if he can get past. I mean, Lewis Hamilton is not going to want to give up a place at his home Grand Prix easily. K-Mag needs to try and get it done. So
Keep pushing.
We could get him in clean air on the next straight. But he should have it down the DRS straight, which is just coming now. Go on, get in clean air and get past him. Get in clean air. Swing to the inside. Not really going for it, K-Mag. You're not committing to that. You're not committing to that. High overtake aggression. Try and help you out as best we can here. Because you're going to come around down the start-finish straight. Lewis Hamilton goes very wide and over the curves there as K-Mag now pulls out wide. Go on.
4 laps.
Go on. You're going to have the outside, then the inside. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. And he has been aggressive. And I think he's got that one done. It's just, can he make it stick and keep it down this DRS straight? It's going to be very tough. We'll jump on board with Lewis Hamilton, who is looking like he's struggling to keep pace, to be honest. But K-Mag up into 6th, which is awesome. We've absolutely knackered our battery. We'll have to see how that goes, and I think we'll have to drop. The tyres look like they should be okay. As Nico, I think, has got a long way to go to catch up Verstappen. Oh, he's not that far, actually. He's not that far. Let's give Nico a bit of a bump in the old battery. See if he can catch him up as well. Because we also need to pull away from Ocon, who is right on our tail. Whose tyres will be hanging in because he won't be pushing them as hard as us, but we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, 3 laps to go. Both drivers doing well. Nico Hulkenberg has overtaken Max Verstappen, and he gets down the inside after the DRS zone and just eases past him, to be honest, on those soft tyres. Max Verstappen unlucky with the timing of the safety car, but yeah, Nico Hulkenberg up into 9th. He's chasing down Lewis Hamilton as well. He is very much on Lewis Hamilton. He's got very high. Let's go aggressive with him. We've got everything pushing. He's on the last lap now, Nico, so we'll see how he's doing. How is K-Mag? K-Mag, we can just tell him to ease off. I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, he's 3 seconds ahead, so K-Mag is totally fine. Just bring it home, K-Mag, in 6th. That is lovely. But Nico, up into 9th, he's overtaken Max Verstappen, and he's got Lewis Hamilton in his sights, and he could be going for a move here. He is going for a move up the inside of Lewis Hamilton. Gets it done. Nico Hülkenberg up into 8th. This could be an outstanding drive from both drivers at the British Grand Prix. Hamilton's not going to be happy about that. He's going to have Verstappen on his tail. Like, that could be an interesting battle to come home to. But Nico Hülkenberg currently in 8th. He's got a few more corners and one hell of a long straight to get past. And if he can keep Lewis Hamilton behind him, and we're going to say always defend, don't let them through.
Just hold them off.
Because there is Hamilton. Iron him up. He's got a little bit of battery left, Nico, that you can use if he thinks Hamilton's getting close. But I don't think Hamilton's close enough to get this done. So Nico just needs to hold on to the final few corners. Park that car in the middle of the track, and we're going to be getting a 6th and 8th place finish here. As it looks like we're coming around the final corner. K-Mag is secured 6th as Leclerc wins it. And it's going to be Hülkenberg v Hamilton. Hamilton trying to get the slipstream, but Hülkenberg secures 8th. It's a great race from both drivers. Come on. Yeah, another double points finish. Really happy with that. K-Mag started 6th and finished 6th. Nico started 9th and finished 8th. Lovely stuff there. The 2 stoppers doing really well. Oscar Piastri was the only DNF of the race. But yeah, 8 points for K-Mag and another 4 points for Nico as well. Put us in a very good position. K-Mag stays in 9th in the Drivers' Championship. Nico jumps up to 14th. So on the rise a little bit there. We get 12 points, closing the gap by 4 points to Mercedes, and a 12-point leap or increase of our advantage over Alpine, which now takes it to 17 points, which is 27 points, in fact, which is really, really good. McLaren got the fastest pit stop, which is good for them. I don't think we qualified for any points. No, we didn't. You can see 2.498, 2.44, 2.43, 2.45. So some decent stops, but we do need to improve the time. A very, very good performance. We're up next to Hungary, which will be interesting in 11 days' time. But yeah, very, very excited with how it's going. And we have a vote. The proposal involves limiting the win time and CFD testing time of the championship leaders. Right, okay, well, we're scheduled to finish 5th. So I am going to vote for this because I don't think we're going to get in the top 4, and I really want to see all of those have less development time. So yes, that is very good. So we failed a rear wing and a front wing and a rear wing as well. So hopefully we have enough components to get us through that. Insufficient car parts. Okay, so we need some rear wings to be developed. Yeah, so we need some rear wings. Okay, so what was our manufacturing schedule? 3 days for a front wing. Okay, we'll have plenty of time to get the rear wings done as well. Right, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and give me a comment because it really helps the YouTube algorithm for more people to find these videos. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. We are kicking some Haas this year. I love it.